My name is Anand.
It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Yeah, so Rochelle, I live near Boston, Massachusetts, United States. And I can tell you that I have two kids, and my daughter and I started making YouTube videos almost 2 years ago.
Yeah, I watched your few videos, not all, but yeah, it was good.
Thank you, thank you. And you?
Yeah, my name is Anand. I'm from India. I live in Bihar, okay? And I just, last year I started making conversation video, and fortunately, all the video done well up to now.
Yeah, I see that you have great success. I know for myself, it's been
Hmm.
slow. I made a lot of videos, but it's slow to kind of like get them to be, I don't know, watched and shared and all that. So, but I enjoy making them.
Thank you. Yeah, just when you enjoy the works, it's really good to do that. Even we are not getting anything out of it.
Yeah, exactly. For me, it's a hobby and something that I really didn't consider doing until my daughter at the time, she was 9 and she said, I want to make YouTube videos. And I was not at all into that idea. I didn't want to see myself on video, but I said, okay, let's do it. And now I think I make more of them than she does.
Right. Yeah. Mm. What else you do?
So I work in a high school, and I not so much a teacher but an advisor. I help the students to apply for college and apply to get scholarships for to pay for college. And so I work with them during their last year of high school before they go to university. Because in the United States we call like college and university are the same thing. I know in
Mhm.
other parts of the world it's university, and college might be the high school part of. I don't know what is it is what is it there, the university?
No, we also have college and as well as university. Okay. So when we are in 11th grade or 12th grade, we go into college, and when we pass that 11th or 12th grade, then we go into universities.
Okay. Yeah, so here college and university are the same thing, and that's after 12th grade. So you finish all your tests and you finish all your classes, and then you go to, in some of the places are called college, but
Mhm.
most of them are changing their names to university now. So I think it
Okay.
used to be like Harvard College, but now it's Harvard University. So
Yeah, I have heard about
yeah, most of them
our.
have changed the names to
Mhm.
university.
So yes, I really very happy to meet with you. Okay, and I think after 3 week I'm talking with you. We had conversation over email. I think
Yeah,
three weeks back, right?
yeah. It's been a busy time. I think I wrote to you and we kind of talked about it, but I've been very busy. A lot of people have been contacting me to do videos, but I've also been busy with my work, my day job, which is like the top priority, right? Because the
Mm-hmm.
YouTube is just a hobby that I don't make any money from. So I've been kind of busy with work as well.
Hmm.
So it took us 3 weeks to kind of have the conversation.
Yeah, it took 3 weeks on convenience. So right now, what is situation over there about coronavirus? I'm hearing a lot about it, about new variant.
Yeah, we have the different variants that came from, Brazil and South Africa, and there's one from New York City, there's one from England, and we have all those variants. We do have the vaccine, and actually today I will get my second dose. But the vaccine isn't 100% protecting, right? It just says, like, basically it means like I won't probably get deathly ill, but I could still get coronavirus. And we are experiencing in certain places, like experiencing like the curve going up again, right? A lot of people getting coronavirus again. We never had a 100% lockdown in the US. Like I was just watching a video about England, and they're all cheering because I don't know, they have a huge amount of people that are vaccinated, so their stores and their pubs are finally open. Well, our
Mm-hmm.
stores hardly ever closed. It was a very short time that our stores closed, And I'm not talking grocery stores. I'm talking about stores to buy clothing, stores to buy stuff you don't need. And our restaurants and our bars, they hardly ever close, just a short time. So in England, they were closed all this time and they just opened. And
Oh,
so it's like so weird to me. Like we never, and I think that's why it's so bad here in the US is because we never had this 100% lockdown. And then there's all this controversy over people that don't want to wear masks. I don't know how it is there in India, but the science says that the mask really helps prevent the spread of the virus, right? But there's people that are in Florida, people are burning, they're having parties to burn masks.
mm,
And I don't
okay.
understand,
They
right?
burn masks.
Yes.
Yes, that's the same situation over in India, right? Lots of people do not wear mask as well as they think that there is no coronavirus. Okay, these are the fake things. Okay, that is spread by the government or people from all over the world, and okay, no, people are roaming freely. Once again, we are into lockdown right now from last 3 weeks. There is a lockdown in my city. Okay, so there is a lockdown for just they say there is lockdown, but people are roaming freely. They no care about it. Nobody care about coronavirus nowadays.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. There's people that don't believe in it, but I
Mm.
personally know people that have gotten it and have people that have died from it. And basically, when you look at the numbers of how many people would have died in the US, well, we are like 500,000 more than we would have had the year before. So these people didn't just die from natural causes, they died from coronavirus. So, and the fact that I know people, like people up the street for me, that have like somebody died,
Mhm.
from coronavirus. So I don't understand. Even people that got coronavirus still didn't believe it.
Yeah. So here, what is happening in India? Okay, where I am living. Okay, no people. I think I don't know anybody who died because of coronavirus up to now. So that is why people are not afraid of it. But I think the new variant that is coming now, it can be very dangerous.
Yeah, yeah, that's the thing. Like now, like I used to just wear like a cloth mask, but now I wear what's called an N95 mask because, excuse me, new variants are so dangerous. And I think because India has like what 1.3 billion people, that you might not personally know somebody that either got it or died. But now I know, I can't even tell you, like I used to count on my fingers how many people I knew that got it, but now I can't even tell you how many people because I keep on hearing about another person and another person and another person. Like my cousin got coronavirus, and the neighbor up the street, her husband died. So there's so many people that I can't even tell you how many people that I know that got coronavirus.
Oh my God, sorry, really. I'm sorry
Yeah.
to hear
So I
that.
think I
But
think it's
here
because we
in
have less
India,
people too. Like it's so we know more people. Like in India, there's so many people that even though like if you look at the amount of coronavirus per country, like India is second, but you have such a high population that
Mhm,
you're probably not likely to meet somebody that has it or know somebody, right? That's what I think.
mhm.
Excuse me, I don't know. I have something in my throat.
But right now, I think, yeah, India is going to leave behind Brazil in the coronavirus cases. So yeah, situation is going to be very critical in future. So yeah, we are also very cautious about these things, and we are taking care now.
Yeah. And I think like in the US, like we are this whole freedom country that don't want to be told what to do. So even when
Mhm.
there was lockdowns, there were restaurants and bars that didn't close. They're like, I'm not going to close. And they didn't close and people went there. And
Oh,
yeah, but it
uh,
depends where you are. Like here where I live, we seem to be more cautious, but in other places like Florida, they just go everywhere without masks. But if you were to be in Massachusetts and walk around, you'll see people with masks. You'll see them wear masks in the stores. And it's very
mhm.
strange to see somebody that is going out or especially inside of a grocery store without a mask. It's very strange and very rare where I live. But in other parts of the US, you go to the grocery store and nobody's wearing a mask.
Yeah, but here in India, last year there were complete lockdown for 3 months. Okay, even nobody was, getting out of their home. Okay, there was such a lockdown in India, And I think because of it, last time India had no big number of cases, or India could control it. But right now, I think India can't control, because people are freely roaming, and as well as new variant
Yeah.
is coming. So yeah, it may be a situation may be very pitiable.
Yeah. And that's the thing. Like here, we had that 3 months, but we weren't completely like locked down. I was actually practicing Spanish with somebody in Spain, and she said she could not leave her house except to go to the grocery store. She couldn't go for a
Mhm.
walk. Like I could go for a walk. I could drive over to the park and walk. She couldn't
Mhm.
go anywhere. The only way you could go for a walk is if you had an animal. And people in Spain were taking strange animals for walks. Like they were taking their fish, like
Mhm.
seriously. Or they were taking like they took like a bunny or whatever, like animals you would not take for a walk because they were trying to like, oh, I want to go outside and walk, because they were not allowed to leave their house. Just like you said, in India, for that 3 months, you were probably not allowed to go anywhere. But in the US, we never had a real lockdown.
So nobody knows how long this coronavirus will go, and I don't know what will happen with humanity in future. The matter of fact is that we can't live in our home for a long time, or if we will live in our home for a long time, definitely the society is going to be a structure in different way. Okay, so our living style will be changed, everything will be changed, and you can see that just within this 1 year, everything has been affected. Okay, our psychological, you know, our thinking also have changed.
Oh yeah, I definitely agree. Like I feel like we're always going to be like cautious, and like even like I think especially the children, like my daughter's 11, like how is, how is that going to affect the way that we interact? Like
Hmm.
common thing in the US is to shake someone's hand when you meet them. Like I don't think that's happening anymore. We're not going to shake hands. We're going to like probably want to keep distance, and I don't know, like it's going to affect us for sure.
Hmm.
I know with my own, especially my daughter, my son, I have a son that's 17. He seems to be fine, but my daughter, it was really affecting her because she was in the house, in her room, doing school and everything for almost a year. Um, and that could not be a good thing, to just be on a computer and just no time to actually play with other kids, because kids,
Hmm.
that they need to do that, right? But
Right.
we couldn't
Yes.
do that. And I think it's been really difficult. So they finally have returned to school. They're wearing masks and they're trying to keep them further apart. But still, it's not the same. Like they have to wear the mask, they have to sit further apart. They keep on telling the kids to stay away from each other. But at least they're not in the house all the time.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, of course, kids needs kids to play with. Okay, if they will be not with kids, definitely it is not good for their mental health.
Yeah, and that's what I was concerned about. Of course, I'm concerned about us not getting the virus, but I'm concerned about the mental health too, because I think, you know, things can get really bad. And, I don't want to think about it, but things that, young people, as young as like 11 all the way up to 17, there's a higher chance of suicide, right? So, or any other kinds of like, mental health issues like self-harming and all that kind of stuff. And I want to make sure that my children and all children are healthy during this time. And what is the chance of just having like getting kind of depressed or getting really, like having mental health problems if we're stuck in the house for so long?
Yeah. So I'm
Yeah.
really glad to talk with you.
All right. Well, thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye bye.